My Karen mother blames my husband for getting her sick. Let me start this by saying that my mother has never liked my husband since we started dating almost 5 years ago. My mother has always had issues with the fact that my husband has always advocated for my mental health, even if she didn't like the outcome, and was the one to help move me out of her house after 18 years of psychological torment. I have always loved him, and always will, even if she does not approve of our relationship. On to what sparked this post. My husband was exposed to COVID almost 3 weeks ago at his job, and ended up testing positive. Both of us got tested, and I came up negative. I was lucky enough that I never caught it while caring for him for the last couple of weeks, and nursing him back to health. I, however, caught a nasty strain of bronchitis and a stomach bug at the same time that left me incapacitated alongside him. From the moment I informed my mother that he tested positive, she claimed, "Well, it couldn't really be that bad," also saying, "Those tests don't come up negative all the time." To err on the side of caution, I did my errands we needed to be done and was the only one bringing in packages that our family dropped off for us. Thankfully, after almost 2 weeks, he now has tested negative and is feeling back to his old self. His 30th birthday happened to fall 3 days after he tested negative. I insisted he stay home for that day, as we didn't want to celebrate anyway, but we had made plans a few months earlier with my mother to go over to her place for dinner the day after his birthday. I informed her that he was no longer testing positive, and she replied, "Well, now you don't have any excuse not to come over and see me." I received a phone call this morning from my extremely ill mother asking me how to read her COVID test, and I walked her through it over the phone, to which she hung up directly after confirming it was positive. I texted her directly after asking where she thought she had picked it up, since it had been 4 days since we last saw her, and I needed to know if we needed to get retested. Her response was, "I obviously caught it from that no-good, stupid son-in-law who just had to have his birthday party and couldn't bother thinking of other people's safety." I was dumbfounded at the text and decided not to respond so that I wouldn't say something I regretted. She quickly followed it up with a text saying that I should just ignore it because she has been up throwing up all night, and because of her diabetes and her sugars being all over the place since she is sick, that I should just ignore the message and get over it. Then she promptly unsent all the messages so that there was no proof that she could possibly be the bad guy. I have had issues with my mother before because she doesn't approve of the man I have chosen to be with, but in my mind, this is the last straw. I don't know if I ever want to be or ever can be in contact with her again, even if she does apologize to my husband. The mom in this story really is a Karen. I mean, how selfish can you be? Treating their daughter's husband like garbage for some unknown reason, blaming them for something that they didn't do. He tested negative, like come on. How on earth could you blame them for something that clearly is a medical issue that you're dealing with? If I was the woman in this situation, I 100% would have called out my mom on this and made my feelings known. You do not have to take that kind of abuse, and I don't blame her for wanting to cut off contact.
The full version of this video is on the Am I the Jerk YouTube channel, so check out the link in the description for it, and if there are any updates to this, that's where they'll be, in the same link. I know a lot of times people like to listen to the Am I the Jerk podcast to chill out or put on in the background. Sometimes people even sleep to it or they do other things while they're listening to it. But if you're ever in the mood for just some chill music you want to put on the background while you're doing your thing, check out Easy Mode. You can search for Easy Mode on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you use, or just go to easymode.com. And as a side note, if you're a streamer on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, you can actually use Easy Mode music to put on the background of your stream for free.